We don't even have enough shelter beds, and even though we are opening a shelter every 6 days, we just can't get in front of it.
As temperatures drop, time is running out to get thousands of migrants indoors. Tonight, another community meeting was held, this time in the West Loop. In the meantime, the mayor is allocating millions for migrant aid next year. Plus, shocking revelations about the migrant busing program. Casey Cronus has the latest from the West Loop.
A top city official says those buses are dumping far more than dozens of migrants here, and what they are leaving is now a health concern officials are working to address.
Now we have buses that once they drop off at our landing zone, they dump all their sewage in front of our landing zone.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It just continues and continues and continues to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse for Chicago. Because apparently, according to that news report, even the illegals think that Chicago is a shithole. Right? I'm just saying. It ain't just me. It ain't just me. Even the illegals think that Chicago is a shithole. Okay? You can't make this up. You can't make it up. They don't call this city Chicago for no reason, okay? They've thoroughly earned that name. But hey, you know, apparently woke Mayor Brandon Johnson has $150 more million for the illegals for next year. He's already set aside $150 million for illegals, okay? And this guy, he seems to love them, right? He loves them. I gotta keep it all the way 100 with you when it comes to this issue. I thoroughly enjoy seeing what is happening to Chicago and the backlash that is the result of liberal policies, progressive policies that these people voted for, and their mayor continues to advocate for despite the reality of the situation. Okay, this guy, Brandon Johnson, has refused. He has refused to say no more migrants, no more illegals. We have to deport them. We cannot take it anymore. No, he's actually welcoming more, right? He's refusing to end Chicago's sanctuary city status. And that has a lot of people upset because the writing's on the wall in regards to the consequences of woke Mayor Brandon Johnson as the new thing, the new issue that the residents are upset about in Chicago is the opening of a illegal immigrant shelter, but this time with a twist. It is for single men only. And of course, the residents of Chicago are outraged by this and the potential ramifications of having a shelter for single illegal immigrant men near their neighborhoods and their families. Take a look.
We have babies that go to that park every day, and we rely on that park.
Another night, another community fired up over migrant housing. This as the number of asylum seekers needing a place to stay climbs to 3,800. Casey Cronus is in Westtown with the latest.
Residents here will soon have 200 new neighbors, and this shelter will be solely for single adult men. An empty building at 526 Northwestern Avenue will soon be home to migrants bused here from Texas.
Do we know the criminal backgrounds on these people?
We are not keeping track of every single person that comes through, but those that have crossed through the border through CBP have been screened.
At Chopin Elementary School, during a meeting with Alderman Gilbert Villegas, community members voiced concern and support. Those who want the city to pump the brakes are questioning safety.
Why is this shelter focusing on single men at a location that is across the street from a liquor store and 2 blocks from a park?
You know, we can't assume that because they're single men, they're criminals. It's true.
Others think the neighborhood has the capacity to do more.
What are we doing to find additional locations and shelters within this ward?
Also helping are nurses across the city, treating migrant families each and every day.
In actuality, it doesn't matter where you practice as a nurse. Our ethical standards require and commit us to take care of the sick, the vulnerable, those that need us the most.
More than 13,000 nurses from around the world are attending a conference at McCormick Place. This year, the event is supporting refugees fleeing international conflict in their home countries, including asylum seekers from the southern border. Money raised will benefit Refugee One.
Therapeutic and wellness services to asylum seekers who are our clients now. We are working with some clients and trying to get them connected to all the resources they can.
Back here in West Town, that shelter site only has 2 bathrooms, so city officials say there will be construction. An ambitious plan given the timeline. We're told migrants could move in as soon as next Wednesday. Reporting in West Town, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, I'm not sure which woke elected official or alderman or whatever you want to call the Chicago government or their government officials. I'm not even sure if you can call the Chicago government a government, right? They seem to be in chaos because that city's in chaos. But I'm not sure which one of these people decided that it would be a good idea to place a ton of single illegal immigrant men across the street from a liquor store and a park, right? What is the worst that could happen? Okay, what is the worst that could happen? Okay, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Okay, I mean, that's not even considering the fact that, again, why in the world are you sheltering single illegal immigrant men, right? Guys, we have a problem, right? We have a serious issue when you look at all the videos, when you read about the illegal immigration crisis. A significant amount of the illegals that are coming over here are not families. They're not, women and children. And I'm not saying some of them aren't. There are a lot that are. But a lot of them are single fighting military age men, okay? Whom, in my opinion, I believe should stay in their country, right? You are a single fighting age male. However, we're letting these individuals into our country. We don't know that much about them. I don't trust the Biden administration to thoroughly vet them, okay? And they're placing them in our neighborhoods, okay, across the street from liquor stores and parks. Again, somebody that's running that government thought that that's a good idea. Right? We can't just assume they're criminals because they're single young men. Again, the naivety of these people, it really blows my mind. It never fails to amaze me how naive the average progressive / woke politician is. And that's the problem. These voters clearly don't realize that, right? Otherwise, they would not have voted for this. Again, it's pretty amazing stuff. Okay. But again, what do you guys think is going to happen, right? What do you guys think is going to happen? Because you're openly incentivizing young, single, illegal immigrants to come to your city. You're basically saying, hey, yo, we have a shelter for you guys, right? If you're a single, young man, okay, you're illegal, come here and we're going to take care of you, right? We're going to clothe you. We're going to feed you. Do you think that incentivizes more of the illegals to come, right? You best believe it does. Okay. And then you have to build more shelters because, again, the Chicago mayor refuses to tell the illegals not to come, right? At least the people in New York, the liberals in New York, at least they're smart enough to tell the migrants not to come, right? They're smart enough to say, look, don't come. We don't have anything for you, right? Even though they're lying, okay? If the illegals do come, they're still going to take care of the illegals, okay? They don't have the cojones to deport the illegals, right? They don't have the cojones, right? But at least they have enough common sense to say not to come, right? Brandon Johnson, on the other hand, because he's so radical, okay, he doesn't, okay? He believes that we should just share everything, right? Just share all your resources. And, it's okay because black people didn't want these resources anyways, right? Like black people didn't want the high school that the Chicago government gave to the illegals, right? Again, according to Brandon Johnson, right? It's amazing. It's amazing how they can immediately find help for single young migrants, illegal immigrants. But again, they can't find a way to help our homeless vets, our homeless men. Okay. Again, a disproportionate amount of the homeless are men, can't find a way to really help them out, to get them off the streets, to clean them up, right? So people don't have to deal with the problems associated with that. Nope, can't do it. But you can do it for the illegals. It's amazing stuff. So that being said, again, the problem is only going to get worse because, again, the mayor keeps asking for these illegals, and Texas Governor Greg Abbott is giving them exactly what they want, because apparently he is increasing the number of bus loads being sent to Chicago. Take a look.
Wall-to-wall tents. Every square inch of the sidewalk in front of the 18th Police District is used for sheltering migrants. There is so little room left. Adriana Colina and her family were forced to find space under a tree across the street. Colina just arrived with her 3 boys under the age of 7. She tells us, "I didn't think there was so much population here at the police station. I thought it would be very different. I thought everything was going to be very fast with the shelter." According to city data, the 18th Police District, located at the corner of Division and Larrabee, has close to 300 migrants living here. Overall, there are over 3,000 new arrivals living at police stations throughout the city. In a virtual briefing to reporters today, the city says the Texas governor has dramatically increased his fleet of buses he's sending to Chicago.
He plans on sending 20 to 25 buses a day. Just in this past week, we had 63 buses.
Mayoral Deputy Chief of Staff Christina Prasioni-Zaya says the administration's plan to move people out of police stations to yet-to-be-built base camps is imminent, although she would not say where they will be located. Meantime, the city is opening a new shelter every 6 days. But Prasioni-Zaya says it's not nearly enough, and the city needs more help from its own.
We've also received quite a bit of pushback. And so we really need the help, from community as well as alders to assist us in being able to get people off of the police station floors.
Last month, the Johnson administration asked all 50 city council members to identify available land or buildings in their wards as potential shelter sites. Prasioni-Zaya says only 25% of the alders have offered anything. And the plan for Mayor Johnson's trip to the border is still underway, but his deputy chief of staff could not say exactly when he plans on going.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, you guys know what I love about this from Texas Governor Greg Abbott. What I love about it is that when he has his foot on their neck, he doesn't ease off because they are squealing in pain, right? He actually just keeps applying pressure, right? He's applying more pressure, and he's not letting up when it comes to sending more migrants and illegals to these cities, right? It's amazing because, most Republicans would say, okay, I hear you kicking and screaming. Enough is enough, right? No, Greg Abbott's like, I'm actually going to go further, right? I'm going to make you squeal more in pain, right? I'm going to really give it to you, right? And I'm not going to let up. And I got to tell you guys, it is rare to see a Republican actually do that. It really is, okay? Because most times, Democrats, they'll go all the way, right? They're trying to throw the former president of the United States in jail. Okay, they go all the way with it. Republicans will do some half measure, and then the Democrats will boo-hoo, whine, and cry about it, and they say, okay, enough is enough, right? No, not in this situation. Greg Abbott is not letting his foot off the gas pedal, right? He is basically going all the way with it and making it as painful as possible for these people. He doesn't care how much they kick, scream, and cry about it. He is continuing to send the busloads, right? And I absolutely love it. That is the type of strength that we need from Republicans, okay? We need that type of strength, not just in Chicago when it comes to sending illegal immigrants there, but we need that type of strength in Congress, right? We need that type of strength in the White House. We need that type of strength up and down the Republican Party, where it doesn't matter how much Democrats cry, keep giving it to them, right? Keep giving to them. Don't let up, because Democrats never let up, okay? They never let up. They never hold back. They go all the way. So, again, I just find it to be a breath of fresh air to see a Republican that continues to put pressure on Democrats regardless of how much they boo-hoo, whine, and cry about it. You don't see it too much. And it's one of those things that I got to tell you guys, I really do appreciate, okay? It brings tears to my eyes, right? Tears of joy, right? To see the Democrats kicking and screaming in agony because of them getting exactly what they asked for. It's fascinating stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.